This video, I want to highlight the downside, the pitfalls of financial news apps. The risks and challenges these apps tend to uh, pose to investors. Financial news apps, offer numerous advantages, but they also come with their drawbacks. So here are you know, a detailed look at the potential, disadvantages of these news apps. Number one here is information overload. There is information overload. In this case, you have too much data. Too much data. The sheer volume of information and updates can be overwhelming, making it difficult for investors to filter out, relevant news uh, from noise in the market. How do you filter out relevant news, from noise in the market? So there's that decision paralysis that comes with it. Constant updates and alerts may lead to decision paralysis, where the abundance of information makes it hard or difficult to make a clear investment choices. You have too much data to the point you are kind of confused as it relates to your decision making process. Number two is unreliability of sources. How reliable are the sources of the news you are getting? In some cases, you may come across misinformation. Some apps may include information from unreliable or unverified sources, leading to the spread of misinformation or rumors. And they equally have bias. Financial news may be biased or influenced by certain criteria or certain interests, which can affect the objectivity of the information presented. Different news outlets, have different interests, and that will equally affect the nature of information you are getting from those outlets. Number three is short-term focus. Short-term focus. So instant gratification is a problem in this regard. So emphasis on real-time updates and breaking news may encourage short-term thinking, which can detract, from long-term investment strategies. The news generally are, they are kind of short-term. They have short-term perspective, and that might, affect your long-term thinking, long-term horizon as an investor. There's that particular hype and panic. Continuous news updates may contribute to hype and panic, leading to impulsive trading decision, that is based on transient news events. It's a serious matter, actually. It's serious. Number four is risk overreaction. Risk of overreaction. Risk of overreaction. So in this case, you have a kind of news-driven trading. Investors may overreact to news headlines, making trades based on emotional responses rather than, well thought out strategies. You may come across a negative news or a bad news concerning a company you are invested in. You may be tempted to rush and sell your stocks, without really sitting down to think about the fact that this news could be something temporary. It may not really have a long-lasting impact on the stock you are invested in. You see, and not only that, it incorporates volatility. Frequent exposure to market news can exacerbate market volatility and influence investor sentiment, leading to erratic trading behavior. It might surprise you to understand it, to realize that most of the times, trading activities are governed or are influenced by short-term news, short-term events in the market, not based on long-term fundamentals of the company. This is a typical disadvantage of reacting or making trades based on news events in the market. You have Number 5, quality of analysis. Quality of analysis, in this case, you have superficial analysis. Some news apps may offer superficial analysis or commentary without in-depth insight, which can lead to incomplete or misleading information. You don't really sit down and analyze, in an in-depth manner. You just come out and then, bring out news that are not really, based on real facts. Superficial news that has no anchor in reality. Number, you have, in this, you have a lack of context in this regard. So news articles may lack the necessary context for understanding the broader implication of market events or financial data. There's that lack of context here. Everything tends to be superficial. Number 6 is subscription cost. You have premium features in this regards. So while many financial news apps are free, accessing advanced features, detailed analysis, or premium content may require a subscription or additional fee. They don't really come free of charge. It may cost you more to get real in-depth information that will influence your investment performance better. Those level of details don't really come free. You equally have hidden costs. Users may incur additional costs for accessing certain types of news or data that are not included in the basic app version. You want to go for something premium, that will attract additional costs. Please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Number 7 is security and privacy concern. Security and privacy concern. In this case, you have data privacy. Financial news apps may collect personal data or have privacy concerns related to user information. They are tracking. You equally have security risks. Apps can be vulnerable to cyber security threats, including data breaches or hacking, which can sometimes compromise sensitive information that relates to you as a person. Number 8 is dependence on technology, which may incorporate or bring in technical issues. Reliance on apps means that technical issues such as app crashes or connectivity problems can disrupt access to crucial information. In the case where your network is down, like in my country, Nigeria, sometimes that's why in my phone I have 2 SIMs of different carriers. I have MTN and I have Glo. In the part of the country I stay, sometimes the military may disable a particular network because of security operations. I have to switch over to another network to stay informed. So when it comes to newsfeed, you discover that there's that particular technical issue that could arise. So in that case, you may not really have access to relevant news in the market. You equally have device limitation. Some features may be limited by the capabilities of the user's device or the quality of their internet connection. If you have poor connection, if your device is somewhat underpowered, it might affect the workability or the efficiency of the news app you have in your device. Number 9 is potentials for distraction. Potentials for distraction. The distraction from core strategy. Frequent checking of news news app can distract investors from focusing on their core investment strategy or long-term goals. You keep on getting updates regularly. It might distract you from your long-term horizon when it comes to investing. It might equally distract you from your investment pattern as a long-term investor. You might hurry to buy or sell a stock because of the kind of news you are receiving. And there's that issue of time management. The time spent managing and interpreting news can distract from other important aspects of investing, like research and planning. You're always on the news, always scouting for news. It might distract you from sitting down and really carrying out, in-depth analysis, research on the stocks you are invested in or the ones you want to invest in. Number 10 is inconsistent updates. Inconsistent update. There could be delay when it comes to updates. In some cases, the news apps may have delays in updating information, which can impact the timeline of the news and its relevance to you, particularly if you are a trader. Your news or your news feed needs to be up to date. You have inaccurate reporting. These may be occasional inaccuracies. There may be occasional inaccuracies or delay in reporting financial news, which can affect your decision-making process. So these are very important downsides or drawbacks or pitfalls when it comes to the use of news apps as an investor.